Good afternoon, friends, and welcome to Rowena May Inspired. My name is Kelly. Here's our pals, Mr. Wilby, Miss Pickles, and little baby Wilby Pickles. And if you're seeing that red live button up at the top, that means you're catching us live, and I hope you are, because we are back today crafting with the Stand Tall Crafting Group. So come on in, friends. Say hello when you pop on so we know who's there. I'm going to bring up my page so I can see some comments. We're going to light the positivity candle. We're going to finish watching Miss Rebecca make her beautiful spider and her Legend of the Spider Craft. All right, I'm gonna hello, Miss Alita. How are you, friend? Just a second. Okay. Krista, I don't know if you just saw that. We had a friend that popped right on when I first started. I just blocked her. You know who I'm talking about. Hello, Miss Melinda. Hello, Miss Kathy. She was all nice too. She was like, hello. Yeah. I saw it was the first name that I saw pop up on my screen. I was like, oh no, we don't need a troll right off the get-go. Hello, Miss Teddy Bear. How are you? I got your card. Thank you. Krista, do you know who I'm talking about? Miss 150 Facebook profiles. She ain't getting on my page. I don't know what that mess is, but it ain't coming on. Get me all riled up right out of the gate. Well, hello, Miss Yvonne. Well, welcome in, Miss Yvonne. The look on your face was priceless. Yeah, because I say hello to my friends. Because I was trying to get rid of her. Oh, shoot. Well, welcome in, friends. Anyway, there's people in the Facebook world who, like, we don't know. We're not quite sure what she is. If she's a hacker, if she's what she is, but I've blocked, what did I say, Krista? 35 profiles, and somebody, another crafter has like 150 that she's blocked. So I don't know who this person is, but it's not legit. It just can't be. Hello, Miss Day. I know, not today. I think Miss Rebecca is all done, so I'm going to turn off my iPad. You guys, we're going to do a Christmas tree craft today. Hello, Miss Nora. How are you, friend? Now, I went ahead. I found this big old... oh, I had this big old piece of wood that I got from, I go over to my son's house and he's got all this wood and he's getting ready to throw it away. I'm like, no, what are you doing? Hello, Miss Shauna. Thank you for sprinkling, Mr. Wayne. So I just went and painted the back and the sides and sanded the back while I was watching Miss Rebecca with some Java. We're going to do the front here. But, painting is, like, boring, and I didn't want to, like, bore you all. Yeah, she has over 150 profiles. Yeah, was she on anybody else's live today so far? Because that was the first person who popped up, and I was like, no, you're not. Hello, Miss Rebecca. Hello, Miss Lori, your mom. Oh, okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. Mother on here today? I don't even know if she's home. Whoops, I just set this on here. Hold please. I just got paint on this. I didn't mean to do that. I'm gonna put that over there. Put that over there. Yeah, so I don't know. It's, you guys, there's days when people try to send you friend requests and they're not real because you blocked them so many times because they're not real. And it just keeps coming back. And Chris and I were just talking about this person or this whatever they are, that if you're creating a Facebook profile and I'm marking delete or like block any other new profiles that somebody creates, how this person keeps creating new ones, she must be, or they must be using different email addresses. Because how do you keep creating? I don't know. You notified mother? Well, thank you. Anyway, that was the first person who popped up. And I almost choked on my teeth. I was like, no, not today. Oh, shoot. Not today. It's a beautiful Thursday. And tomorrow's Friday, and I'm going to be out of work early, and we have Monday off because it's Columbus Day or Indigenous Peoples Day, whatever day that you would like to call it. It's a federal holiday. That's all I call it, is it's a day off. How do you know it's her? Because she uses the same name on every stinking profile. Sometimes she'll throw in a picture of herself, but most of the times it's just empty. She uses the same name every time. It's like Jane Doe, Jane Doe, Jane Doe. Like, anyway. Cannot keep. I know, Wayne. Like, what in the world? Like, yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Now, I'm going to try to get into that. That Wood's got some of that little weirdness going on there. I'm going to try to get into that. No lie. And if you look at her links, they are all numbers, which is a scammer. Please block. Oh, okay. Miss Krista put her name in there. And her 150 profiles. Yeah, so if you're a crafter and you go and look, I know we all want numbers, right? We all want the follower numbers. But this one is not worth increasing your numbers by, like the one person who had 100, she tried to friend her 150 times. Because there's only one of her, and they're not 150. So they're not even, it's not even legit, you know, it's just, come on. What are you doing? What are you doing? All right, I think I got that pretty good. That's good. So anyway, doesn't she get happy mail for being the first? She gets a pop. Is what she's gonna get. Oh, she should be happy I did pop her. Just kidding. Yeah, she was until I gave her the old heave ho. She was. I had to figure out how to block her because you know, sometimes it changes. It changes. You know, sometimes you got to look at different spots to. Oh, hello, sister. I saw Miss Candy say hi, Katie. I was like, wait a minute, my sister, Katie. See, she comes on and I'm talking about popping somebody, and she's gonna be like, I need to work on my people skills. Hello, Miss Marlene. How are you, friend? My sister has her counseling degree, so she'll probably have to be like using her. So, Katie, there was somebody who came on my page first thing, and we know I blocked her 35 times. And there's one crafter who's blocked her 150 times. So I had to give her the heave ho. She started me out with a bang. So I was like, nope, not today. Oh, shoot. Krista doesn't want her in her group either. She doesn't want that nonsense. No nonsense. All right, let's get this dried up. This is why I did the back before I went live. Thank you for spreading the sunflowers, Miss Marlene. I appreciate that. Hello, Miss Sparky. How are ya? How's life treating you, Miss Sparky? Sometimes you post some hilarious posts. I just chuckle. I just laugh. I can relate to most of them. Oh, shoot. There was so I have a group of friends that I always, oh, well, thank you. Came to Mother's house and see where is she? Does Finnegan have his, yeah, Finnegan has his, whatever tonight, right? Church group or whatever? Weightlifting or whatever he does. Where's she at? Where's she at? Check your Life 360. Oh, well, I'm glad you're doing good. I got this, my girlfriends that we do the hot tub league here, and I work with all of them. And I'm the one who was always sending the memes, and it was like a meme that came out one day that said when you send like 4 or 5 memes daily to 3 or 4 friends, and I was like, oh my gosh, this was made for me. Like, what in the world? And they started laughing. They said, you are the queen of memes. I'm like, yes, I am. Yes, and Mom's out with church people. What? You have here since 1:30. All right, you guys, I'm just going to take my gator sander and we're going to sand the edges. Well, apparently, Mother's run amok. She wasn't home last week when my sister was down there. Katie, it must be you. She runs away when you come over. And she's got a busy schedule, you know. She's a mover and a shaker. And she was out of town for quite a while, so she's probably got to catch up with everybody that she had time to catch up with, you know. She's over by Scott's. See, that's the beauty of Life 360. You can like literally hone in. Like when I look at myself when I'm like mirror on the wall. No, like if you ever tried, I was showing somebody at work one day about this Life 360. I'm like, look, you can literally zoom in. Like when we're at work, because our building's huge. It's like there's 14 floors in one building and there's 6 floors in another one, in the other building. And I said, look, you can even like zero in on like where I'm at in the building. Now it doesn't take you down to the actual room, but it'll show you if you're in the middle, if you're at the end. You know, it's kind of creepy. But I mean, it's kind of good, right? But don't be doing no shenanigans. You're going to be busted. No shenanigans. Oh, shoot. All right. So we got that sanded pretty good. Let me take a wipe. Yes, love it. But Robin has it blocked. Oh, they blocked you? Mother gets a... She does get around. Hello, Miss Liz. How are you, friend? Yes. Oh, hello, Miss Giselle. Yes, she's grass growing underneath her feet, but that's good. I mean, sometimes she has to take some time outs and recharge, but you know, she kind of did that. Well, I guess she kind of did that when they were on vacation, but not so much because we were traveling so much. So yesterday I went and got my hair cut, and my sister and I go to the same hairdresser. My sister's gone there for years, and then I started going to him like, I don't know, a few years ago. And so I was telling him about our trip up north, and I said I really needed a vacation. From the vacation, all we did was travel. Well, my cousin who went as well, she gets her haircut there, not by him, but she goes there too, so he knows her. So we were just talking about our fun and frolic. Yes, our fun and frolic. Oh yeah. Life 360, Katie will love that when my nephew gets old enough to drive. She already does that to her stepson, who's like, what, 22, 23, 24? I don't even know how old he is. I lost track. I don't even know how old he is. Once they become 18, I don't even know. Like, you're adults, whatever. You're whatever age. Well, hello, Miss Jennifer. How are you, friend? I got to watch you a little bit. I was on my way home when you were on. You just missed your friend. Oh, wait, who are you telling? Are you telling Giselle? Yeah, Giselle, your friend with the 150 profiles tried to get on my live, and I gave her the heave-ho faster than you can say heave-ho. I got to go back when I'm done and look and see what my face looks like, because Krista said I had to look at my face. It's kind of like, remember Andrew? I was looking the other day, because Chris and I were talking about this gal with all these accounts, and I'm like, how many times have I blocked her? So I went to look, and while I was looking through all my blocked people, there was Andrew. You guys remember Andrew? I told him that I loved him, or whatever. He told me he loved me, and I told him it back, or whatever. And I scared him off. But then he came back after that, and then he got a little cray-cray. We had to cut him loose. And you know, I can respect crafters and just people on the internet that will, you know, be like nice to people. But if you know these people have a history of, you know, going too far, let's not encourage them. Yeah, Miss Jennifer, I don't encourage him. I mean, he used to be good, but then he just gets a little, can I ask you a question? He always starts off with, can you ask me a question? No. Can't you see I'm in the middle of this? I don't have time for questions. I'm just kidding. For him, no. I don't even want to know it. I think that's when he told me he loved me the one time. And when I said, I love you too, he was like, whoa, wait a minute. That's not what I wanted to hear. I scared him. Okay, did I tell you we're making a Christmas tree? I don't remember if I did or not. I don't think I needed all of these. I think I only needed, yeah, I don't know why I had an extra one there. I had an extra one. He says, hello, my name is Miss, wait, his name is Miss Miller? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What is happening? Okay, so this is going to be what our tree, it's a Charlie Brown tree. I'm going to take some material, okay? So this, save the questions for the end. Yeah, save your questions. Hold your questions to the end, please, because he'd never make it that far. This craft was inspired by Lone Tree Rustics. I can't remember what her name is, but I love her crafts, and I saw this one, and I've made like fabric Christmas trees before, but I'm like, I love what she did, and mine's not exactly the same. She used like she took some slats of wood that she bought from Dollar Tree and kind of rigged it up really cool and stained it and then like put it all together. Yeah, we know about you. Then he swears at the creator. He told 2 creators they were, oh, well, that was rude. See, that's why I don't even entertain that. Okay, so I took a bunch of different pieces of material that I have. A lot of these are from Jubilee Fabrics. So I've got this one. This one is not from Jubilee, but I love the Christmas tree. And then I've got this one, this red one, and then this one that's like a green. It's like a green and red. I guess it's green and red. All right, so this is going to be our bottom row. I'm going to lay these out here because I already had them like rigged up the way I wanted them. So I want to make sure I have them before, because this is the only row I haven't. See, I think I needed to shorten it. I bet you this one was supposed to go here. I bet you that's what it was. And maybe this one. I bet you that's what I had. That one. And then I had these all laid out because I ironed them and I glued them already. So let me see. Is this right? Yeah, I think that's right. So we're going to hook these on here. All right, so you get the idea. So there's 15 pieces of material. They're all, I mean, I used like there's 5 pieces. I used 5 different patterns. So I tried to like space it out, like for the reds, you know, like I skipped one there and I skipped one of the Christmas trees there and just kind of made them so they weren't all the same. My dogs are looking for... Hello, Miss Donna. How are you? Miss Donna's up after me. So these pieces of material are about 1.5 inches wide and 3 inches long. And I'm just going to take some hot glue. I'm just going to take a little bit at the end right here. Don't burn yourself. And just fold it over like so. Okay? Just hold it over like so. And that kind of folded over on itself, but that's okay because Sherry at the Crafty Decorator says he just has learning challenges. Well, he probably does, but that doesn't give somebody the excuse to come on and swear at people, you know, like, and like, almost like encourage, you know, encourage it. I gave him a chance. I mean, when I told him that I loved him too, he hightailed it out and he didn't come back for the longest time. And then I think he forgot about our love connection, and then he came back one day and I don't know what he did, but he got on my last good nerve. He got on my last good nerve. You know, there's days when I'm just like, yeah, I don't need. It's hard enough just getting through day-to-day life. We don't need hecklers or whatever. But you know what? People want to entertain. People want to entertain it. I mean, more power to you. I gave him a fair chance. But when he becomes disruptive, you know, like where he's like trying to talk to all the people, like, you know, not everybody wants to talk to him, you know, and like people just want to come on and watch and, you know, not be harassed. I just want to come on and craft and not be harassed. But, well, I hope it's going to be cute. Well, it kind of looks cute like that. So the stick came from my backyard in my fire pit. I went out and pillaged the fire pit for a piece of stick, a piece of a long stick. And then I just ripped some material. So this is one of those crafts that, you know, I'm watching, you know, videos and I'm like, oh, that's really cute. I should make that. And then I was like, what do I want to make? I'm like, I want to make it because I'm going to put this in the craft show. You know, I'm still working on craft show things. Hello, Miss Beverly. How are you, friend? Thank you for sprinkling. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to take our stick and we're going to end up gluing these all on the underneath side of the stick, okay? So let me pull this back. And he says over and over, I have a question. Yeah, he does. If you don't answer him, he's relentless with his, he's got a question. And usually the question isn't even isn't it? That's not even a question, is it? I can't remember what he would say. But he never really asked the question that I recall. I'm like, okay. But it just makes me wonder, why, what is attracting you to watching, I'll call myself an old lady crafter. What do you want? Why? Don't you have something more fun to do? Like go find a blogger or a YouTuber, or like, you know, Krista does those whole like chase, she doesn't do them, but you know, when they are out looking, they're following people and doing exciting things. Like crafting is fun for me and for us crafty friends, but I'm pretty sure Andrew wasn't really down for learning how to make a fabric Christmas tree, you know? Oh, shoot. Just my thought. Make sure these are all going to fit on here. I might have cut this. Let me cut this down a little bit. Some of them I think I cut a little bit too wide. I think my 1.5 inch was a little bit. You should have seen how I was doing it. I was just like, oh, that looks close enough. And then I look at it like, oh, yeah, that's a little bit too wide. All right, let's do that. That's much better. He needs better parental supervision. Yeah, right. Hello, Miss Stephanie. How are you, friend? I know. That's kind of what I was thinking, but I don't know. It's like, there's this gentleman, I have no clue who it is, but it's just around the corner. I'm going to pull that one off and bring it down a little bit. Around the corner down here, there's not the AFC home that's by us, that's right up here, but there's one down the road a little bit. And earlier this summer, my husband and I were driving down the road, and there was a van that was pulled out into the road, like sideways, like blocking traffic, and there was a body on the ground. And we were like, oh no, and my husband got all, you know, like upset because he wanted to stop and help. I'm like, there's already a bunch of people there. You know, sometimes they don't need a bunch more people. And he got a little upset with me. And then we came back by, and the only people that were left there were the police. Like, there was no ambulance, there was nothing. And I'm like, okay, surely if somebody was hit by a car, they would not have them. I mean, it just was really quick. Like, we were just there, and then they don't move that quick, right? So come to find out that there's an AFC home which is adult foster care home that's like not on the corner of that road, but like one house down. And apparently they have this resident that lives there that likes to escape and go lay in the middle of the road. So he did that then, and he's done it twice since. He just did it again last week, and people were like, blah, 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 this and that. And I was like, well, maybe they should have alarms on doors. And this one lady was like, they have alarms on the doors, but, which I don't know how she knew this. It wasn't like, she was just putting her 2 cents in, like, they have alarms on the doors, but they can't leave the other residents. And I wanted to say, this home is big enough where there's multiple cars there. Not like this joke over here where there's like, sometimes it doesn't look like there's anybody even there watching them. You know what I mean? Like, I would think if the guy has been laying out in the road like 3 times now, that they should make an effort to get him before he gets to the road. You know, it's not if you just let him go, like. Andrew told me the other day, Duck, you, oh, he said that, oh, well, he gone. See, that's why I just don't, it's crazy. So anyway, it was just funny how people are just like trying to defend. I'm like, oh, I get that. you would think if you've done it 3 times and they're like, they have strict regulations, you know, about these homes. I'm like, oh yeah, I see the strict regulations about the one we have over here by our house and how it doesn't look like there's anybody ever there staying with them. And yeah, okay. They might have the regulations, but if they're not following them, there's that. So whatever. Who caught me live? I'm so happy you did too. Look, we're waving the red flag. I came into work the other morning and one of the guards had his coat. He was like, Toro. I'm like, that flag is not, that coat. It was his coat. I'm like, that coat is not red. Oh, those guards. Never a dull moment. Never a dull moment. We're at that point right now in the building at work where they won't turn the heat on until we've had 5 consecutive days of 50 degrees, I think. I'm like, 50? Who keeps their house at 50? Are you kidding me? It should be like 65. It's 65. We don't turn the boiler on until we have 5 consecutive days of 50 degrees. So I have a heater at my desk. I have a blanket. But downstairs where the front door is, like where our main entrance is, I went down there because we had a new employee starting on Monday and I had to go get him. And I went down there with just a short sleeve shirt on and I was like, well, no, I had like a mid sleeve. And I was like, oh my God, it's freezing down here because the door kept opening, you know? Oh, I don't think I put that in the right spot. I don't think I put these in the right spot. You guys, look. How did I do that? I must have flipped them. I hate when that happens. Maybe I can just flip these 2 right here. I hate when that happens. This is like when you were on Price is Right. Anybody ever been on Price is Right and you put them in the wrong spot and you got to go back and change them real quick so you can win? Here, let's put that one there. Anybody ever been on Price is Right? I always wanted to go on Price is Right. I've never been to California, so there's that, but maybe Miss Rebecca has. She lives out there. Maybe she's been on Price is Right. One thing I really, really wanted to do that it ended too quickly, so I couldn't, but I loved, you guys remember the show Hot in Cleveland? It had Betty White and Valerie Bertinelli. I can't remember who else. Can't remember their names. I can see their faces, but I can't remember their names. I love that show. It was so funny. I wanted to go sit in the audience, but then it ended, and I was sad. Your hubby was on there? It's 63 there. I turned my first. I know. It was a little bit warmer out today. I don't know what the high was, but it was like close to 70, I think, when I came out of work. I felt like it was warmer, but all right, that's better. That's better. I hosed that up, didn't I? I thought I had a good plan. Going there. All right, well, it's a Christmas tree, so they're not going to be perfect. Clearly, that one is a little bit longer. That one's shorter. Well, whatever. It is what it is. Okay, so let me put these over here like this, and when I flip them, I have to go like this. Keep it right in line, lady. You got to get your act together. All right. Keep it right in line here. Should probably do it like that. So my stick is curling up. Oh, you went from 80 to 55? Whoa. Yeah, did he win anything? Whoops. Kelly, good Lord. I'm a mess today, you guys. I just glued it on the wrong side. It needs to go up. If I'm going to flip the stick up, it's got to be on this side. Yeah, did he win anything? Oh, funny thing that we're talking about Price is Right is the other day I came home from work, and over the weekend, my husband had gone to Xfinity to get a new remote because the remote we had, like the down button was like we pushed down so many times it just went through we poked a hole right in it. And so we went to get a new remote. So I knew there was a new remote. He showed me the new remote. He wasn't home from work yet, and I was like, oh, I want to watch TV. So I went to what I thought was the new remote. I just got on, what are you making? I'm making, Miss Debbie, I'm making a Christmas tree. It's like a little rag Christmas tree. So far, we took a stick out of my backyard, and we're gluing the little pieces of material, look like little flags, onto the wood. We're hoping this is going to look cute. But anyway, I grabbed what I thought was the remote for Xfinity, which apparently it was the remote for the TV, because you know how you have to have a remote for a TV, then you have to have the remote for the cable or whatever. It's ridiculous. But anyway, I clicked and I was like, and turned it on, and I was like, wait a minute, I don't know, I can't find the Xfinity button. I thought it was really weird. I couldn't find the button to turn Xfinity on. So I just started looking, and it said live. Now you could watch The Price is Right. Well, I thought it was like, you know, Drew Carey Price is Right. Oh my gosh, this was Bob Barker Price is Right. It was so funny. Because do you remember the older guy? I can't remember what his name was that did the, before the, I don't know what the guy, I don't even know what the guy's name, Rod Roddy or whatever. I don't even know if Rod Roddy's even on there anymore because I don't get to watch Price is Right. I wish I could, but I can't because I'm at work. Whatever the announcer guy's name is. I don't think it's Rod Roddy. He's probably gone. No, he didn't get picked. It was a military appreciation show. He got on TV, though. He was the next one to be picked, but they never happened. Oh, my gosh, so close. Oh, thank you for the stars, Miss Beverly. You'll have to go back after and read what you said. What did you say? Where were you? Used to live by a home for people who can't. One guy would come a couple days with a butt. Oh my gosh, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good at all. All right, here's our last one. I think I'm just going to leave that so it looks like a flag right in the middle. Anyway, I laughed because at the Showcase Showdown, like the winning Showcase Showdown, this is going to tell you how old this was. The first lady that, you know, bid on hers, she bid like $7,200. Johnny Gilbert, maybe. I don't remember. It could be. No, Johnny Gilbert's the one who's on now. This was like old. This is like old. Isn't that who's on there now, Johnny Gilbert? Okay, check it out. This is what we have so far. Is it looking like a Christmas tree? At least I think, isn't that the guy's name that's on there now? All right, we have to leave room for a rusty star. Let me grab that star now because I'll forget and put it too high, and then I'll be upset with myself. But anyway, so the first person bid $7,200 or something like that, and then because the first person passed it to the second person, and then that first person that gets to bid on the grand one, whatever. Because it's always like, it always seems like there's a better one. I don't know. It seems like there's a better one. All right, I think that's good right there. So we're going to glue this one right on the top. Anyway, she bid $12,000. I don't even remember what the stuff was they were bidding on, you guys. But she won with the $12,000. And the girl who bid Charlie O'Donnell, I don't know. Maybe. He used to be a part. He would actually come out during the showcases, and actually they dressed him. This day he was dressed up like a lady. They paraded him out there, and he was dressed like a lady. I thought it was hilarious. He looked like a little old lady. But the girl who lost, she bid like $7,200, and it was like $4,000. Like the actual retail price is $4,000. You guys. Shoot, now the $4,000 prize is just to get on the stage. What in the world? I have no clue what it was. It would look cute with little pom-poms. So I'm going to put some cute little things in here. I'm going to try to zhuzh it up. You guys know I like the rustic look. All right. So again, this is inspired by, I wish I could remember her name. Lone Tree Rustics is her page. She has really cute crafts. So this is going down. I probably should have had this piece of wood going like that. But because I'm a ding-dong and I don't want to redo it again, my tree's going to be a little wonky. Here, let me see if I can just kind of twist it. Rod Roddy it is. No, I think Rod Roddy was like a bigger guy. This was like a skinny kind of... Was there an Olsen? Johnny Olsen? Well, then maybe it was Johnny Olsen. Does anybody remember that one? I used to watch Price is Right with Grandma Rowene if I was homesick. Followed by, oh yes, Buttons for sure. Followed by the 12 o'clock news, and then 12:30. Well, hello, Miss Linda. How are you? Thank you so much. 12:30 was Young and the Restless. But Grandma Rowene always watched As the World Turns and Guiding Light, and those were my shows. Oh my gosh. I grew up watching As the World Turns and Guiding Light. Those were my shows. Used to tell the used to yell at the TV when the contestants make off the wall guess. If I ever got on there, okay guys, look. Now I'm not. It does look kind of wonky with this one going up and this one going down. That wasn't my intention, but I mean, it's a little wonky tree, right? Trees are wonky. Trees are wonky. In the perfect world, this would have kind of gone down, like these were kind of going down and these were straight across, but you know, it's Kelly's world, so it only makes sense that I would. You used to come home for lunch just to watch Young and the Restless. Nice. I never really got into Young and the Restless, but that was the soap that eased into all the soaps, right? You eased in with it. Okay, so I have this little piece of wood, and if you guys remember, I made some stars. I thought I had one laying here. Yep, right here. I did a craft, I think it was on a Saturday, and I made these stars right here, and we used this wood for the star. Isn't that cute? So I grabbed this because I thought it would be a good to use for a trunk. So it's a little bit longer than I want. So I'm just going to kind of probably trim it right there, and it's just going to sit right below that piece. Yes, I wish, and maybe you guys can tell me if you know if there's such a thing, but I wish that I could just like see, like, you know how like our Guiding Light was on for like a gazillion years, like 50-ish or more, 60 years, I don't know. Like, how long has Young and the Restless been on? Probably longer now, because they just won't go away. Victor won't die. Nikki won't die. I'm just kidding. If you guys love the show, I'm just kidding. It's the same people that were on when I was young. Like, my God, you're gotta be old. Some of them don't look good. I saw somebody the other day. I'm like, ooh, ooh. You didn't use your Mary Kay. You're kind of wrinkly. I can't remember what show it was, but you think As the World Turns and General Hospital were the oldest ones? Debbie still watches soap. Debbie, you still watch soaps? Do you watch? Isn't it only like Channel 3 soaps that are left? They don't have like, is General Hospital still on? And whoops, some of my wood fell off there. I didn't even think any other channel. I thought it was just, wait, is Days of Our Lives? No, Days of Our Lives. I think that's still on, isn't it? Oh yeah, Miss Sandra says Days of Our Lives, Guiding Light, and As the World Turns. 70, yes. And you know what? Still now, like just a few years ago, Mother and my sister and I, we have a place local called the Barn Theater. You guys will have to look it up. And Reva Shane, you know, Kim Zimmer from Guiding Light, and Joshua, they perform at this little barn theater like all the time. The Young and the Worthless. Miss Kathy. Oh, shoot. Okay, so we got our tree looking like a tree. Let me get a little stick or something. We need something to put on the back of that to help hold it. But my mom and my sister and I, we went to the Barn Theater. Like, it's been a while. It's probably pre-COVID. I don't even remember. But do you guys gauge things by pre-COVID? Or it happened before COVID. It happened after COVID. You know, that's how I gauged life, because it seemed like it just stopped for a length of time. But we went and saw Steel Magnolias. Yeah, because Kim Zimmer was Weeza. It was so funny. It was perfect. She was perfect. Okay. All right. I've only been out there once since then, and we went a couple years ago. My son and my daughter-in-law and my husband and I, we went out and we saw Wizard of Oz, because that's my favorite. So that was fun. We had front row seats for that one. It was almost too close, because this is a little theater. It's just a little... It's one of these theaters where, like, some of these, like, really famous stars got their start. Like, you guys know Lance Barber. You guys may not know who Lance Barber is, but he went to school at the same high school my husband did. My father-in-law was his teacher. He was the dad on Young Sheldon. So he's from here. I know, it was so good. And you know, if it wasn't so late, and like, I think we had to work the next day, because afterwards they have, can't think of what, the Shed. I think it's called the Shed. So it's the Barn Theater, then they have a Shed where the whole cast goes, and they probably get a little cray or whatever. I don't know. They have a bar in there or something. But you can go and get pictures with the people, the peeps. I don't know if what's his name? Robert Newman is Josh from Guiding Light. I don't know if he's planning to be there this year or not, but they seem to get into a play like every year. It's kind of crazy, but it's cool. It's very cool. It's very popular. I was trying to think. You forgot about Mother. Okay, I did kind of grow up watching, semi-watching Days of Our Lives, because Mother watched Days of Our Lives. I don't know how she got onto that channel of soaps, but she did. But Grandma Rowena. Okay, you guys, this is stinking cute. Have you talked Blake into the Wizard of... No, not yet. But you know, I got a friend at work. Remember when we went to Vegas? Okay, you guys, I'm going to take some twine. Now, this is how... I wish I could remember what her name was. The gal from Lone Tree Rustic. She had a little bit of this twine in here. I'm going to try this too. The gal that was my work pal that got married in Vegas, and we went to Vegas, you know, back, I don't know, a few years ago. She really wants to go, and I'm like, girl, let's just go. Let's just fly to Vegas. We don't even have to stay the night. We can just fly out, fly back. I'm good with that. Like, we could go on the weekend or something, just fly out there, fly back. We'd be tired, but you know, or we could just stay overnight, whatever. But we haven't committed to that, but we talk about it. And I think it's going to be out there until spring, I think, is how long that will be out there. Okay, so she took twine, like a thicker twine, and put it on the top of this. And I thought it would be kind of cool to add a little bit of twine on this to do the same thing. I'm going to put this more on the top of this one, because I put the star a little close. So yeah, her husband, he plays in poker tournaments, so they're in Vegas all the time, because they fly to Vegas, you know, and I say she lives there, when she goes out there, she just gets to lay by the pool and chill while he's in playing poker. I had a cousin who went. I'm gonna have to ask her how it went. Okay, I'm just I'm just burning off some of this. Okay, so there's two of them. Let's get going here. Put another one down here. Yeah, she went. And I think she did kind of the same thing. I don't think she stayed. Like, yeah, it's not cheap, that's for sure. But I don't think my husband would enjoy it. That's why I was like, if I have a friend who wants to go, like, let's go, you know? It would be more enjoyable for both of us. So, I mean, Vegas, like I said, I went that one time. That's good enough for me as far as, like, I need to see things or whatever. But this is unique. They only had 2 or 3 channels. That's right. That's right. That is right. I just don't understand if my grandma watched the CBS soaps, why did Mother get onto the NBC ones? I don't get it. I don't understand it. She's not here to ask because she's off running amok. She's in Scott's. I don't know what she's doing over there. Hold on, I'm going to do this down here real quick because this one's got a lot of hair. And I want it to scare y'all if I Gets a little flamey. If it gets a little flamey. All right, this is going to be cute. I haven't decided though if I'm gonna put a hanger on it. I don't know what to do with it. Didn't you? What's everybody having for dinner tonight? Last night I had to go get my hair cut, and then my husband's like, text me, and we have a Texas Roadhouse that just opened right over here by the Olive Garden that opened not that long ago. So we're really moving up in the world. We got Texas Roadhouse and Olive Garden like within feet of each other. They're in the mall parking lot. Ouch. And like our mall doesn't have like 10 stores, but we've got 2 new restaurants in the parking lot. It's so funny. Do y'all have the Spirit Halloween store, you know, where they take an old building, like we have our old Sears that's, you know, non-existent, and they use it for Spirit Halloween. Does everybody do that? Do you guys see that spark up there? So that's at one end. I don't know what they would do if you ever took the Sears out, because that seems to be where they, I guess they have been at other buildings before, but that's what Spirit Halloween does. They find vacant space and they just set up there for the Halloween season, and then they pack up and go back to the North Pole. Where do the Halloween people go? Below. But leftover pizza, that sounds good. So we went there last night to Texas Roadhouse. It was good. It was busy. I thought Wednesday night, why would there be an hour late on a Wednesday night at like 7 o'clock? Because all of us are fools and we think we need to go eat at 7 o'clock on Wednesday night. Oh, they have Spirit Halloween. You have Spirit Halloween in California? Yeah. Did they open up? Okay, see what we did there? We just added some twine on there. All right, so she also did a little bit. Let me take my... What time is it? We got 15 minutes. All right. She took a little bit of like smaller twine and did it underneath just to add a little bit more. I might just do that too, just because it does add a little bit of just more like of a texture. Let me just kind of run that along. Whoa, get down there. You get on that side. Let me not get a little cray-cray and think I can get all the way across there before it sets up. Miss Rebecca was on before. I hadn't seen her in a while. She's the Sparkle One creator, at least in my world, because we created those when we were in Palmyra, New York. We went for a craft event, and I still have both of mine. And I love them. You don't burn your Tootsies. I don't know if I love that one, you guys. I almost want to rip that off there. I don't know if I should or not. Let me think about it for a minute. I don't know if I love it. I don't know if I love that one on there. She might have tucked hers more down a little bit. Maybe it's coming up a little bit. So I don't know if I love that. I got glue right there. You heard they are good duo Christmas pop. Oh, they're going to do a Christmas. Okay, something. Yes, the sparkle ones are amazing. I love them. Thank you for teaching us those, because I have used mine on pretty much every time I craft. I use hot glue. You need them. You just need them. Somebody was just saying something about some Christmas store or something, but I don't know what it was. When we took our trip out to Rhode Island, there was some Christmas shop out there that was no longer. I saw the building and I was like, oh, there's a Christmas store, and it had gone under something we didn't. Was it the Christmas shop or something? We didn't have those here in Michigan, but it was in Rhode Island, and yeah, but it was just a vacant building. I was like, oh man, I got all excited. My husband was like, I don't know what you're getting excited for. We're flying. We can't take all this stuff back. Like I couldn't buy a ton of stuff. Like I could buy a bunch of things. Oh, goodness. Dull scissors, dull scissors. All right, let me take my little. All right, let me see if I can get these on here quicker. I gotta hustle and my bustle here. Hustle my bustle. See if I can get across here on 3. I think I can do it. I think I can do it. So you guys, make sure you're in the Stand Tall crafting group. Miss Krista has her events on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and you're gonna see me a lot because apparently I just haven't crafted enough, and now I gotta make that on Tuesdays and Thursdays for the next 3 weeks. I think I'm literally in maybe at least one night next week, one night the week after that. I think I'm in like every week. So hopefully Krista doesn't get tired of me because she's stuck. Unless she kicks me out like Andrew or that other lady. Oh my gosh, does anybody watch that awful show on, is it Netflix? That Ed Gein story? Oh my god, Krista, that fruitcake is from your state. You're having leftover shepherd's pie from Cracker Barrel? My youngest son and I ate there yesterday after your doctor's. That sounds good. Yeah, anybody heard of that show? Because it's awful. It is absolutely awful. Awful. My husband's like, let's watch it. I wasn't even 10 minutes in, and I was disgusted. So disgusted. He's like a serial killer from Wisconsin. You know. He was a cheesehead. It was in like the night. Stephanie, you started to watch it? It was like in the 1950s, and his mother in the movie, his mother was played by Laurie Metcalf. You guys remember Roseanne's sister, Aunt Jackie? Okay, here's what we have so far. This looking cute, isn't it? Still not happy with this wrong way one, but it is what it is for the first time, I guess. Anyway, she was a nut. She didn't last too long. It's awful. You haven't eaten at Cracker Barrel in probably 20 years. Don't. You started watching the show about Ed Gein and you had to shut it off. It's awful. Oh, it's awful. We got through the one episode. I'm like, because we were going to bed, you know. I'm like, he asked me last night, do you want to watch another episode? I said, no, we're watching Survivor. Like, no. It's awful. It is. You guys, they base the movies like Chainsaw Massacre and Psycho and all those creepy old movies. They base those off from his stories, like his craziness. And it was awful. It's just awful. I can't even. I don't want to watch it anymore. Just don't. Well, hello, Miss Carol Ruth. Okay, let me see if I can find some buttons. I think I'm just going to use some like brown buttons because it's kind of a neutral craft. And if, you know, I don't want to like do like reds and what time is it? 51. Okay, you guys, up next after me is Miss Donna, right? Crafting with Donna. She's up next after me. I'm sure she will have a lovely craft to share with everybody. Miss Carol Ruth is the caboose tonight. Choo choo. Miss Carol Ruth is the caboose on the event. And we've got some others in there too, but I'm bad and I can't remember. Is Miss Giselle on? I think maybe. I can't remember. I'm bad about. I just gotta remember who comes after me. That's my goal. Let me just remember who comes after me. I just happen to see and remember it. Carol Ruth is at the end, which she likes to be the caboose. Black Rabbit on Netflix was good. Black Rabbit. Well, there was another one that I thought I just saw that came up that I'm going to tell my mother-in-law, don't watch that Ed Gein one. That was awful. I don't think she would, but she might just to check it out, you know. All right, I'm just trying to find some neutral buttons. Neutral brown that are not huge. Some of these are huge, you guys. Sorry. Just looking at me like, what is Black Rabbit about? Not Black Phone 2, because I saw the commercial for that. You guys have seen that? Black Phone. That was like a commercial when we went to see The Conjuring. Oh, creepy psycho movies. There's some movies I can watch. Oh, it's on Peacock? Brilliant Minds is excellent. What is that about? What is that about? I don't know. Maybe that one's kind of big too. I don't know how many. You guys, I think I have a lot of brown buttons, and then I look at them and I'm like, I don't have any ones I want to use. Maybe that's part of the problem. I'm just too picky. Let me see what's in this bag. I got like 4. Even that one's a little bit too light. Let me see what this bag has to offer. Oh, there's one. Is that a brown one? I think that's brown. And actually, I think I'm going to bring these down onto the material. I'm not going to put them up on the stick. I want to put them down like maybe one there, one there, one there. I don't think each of them need one. There's one. It was a really good one. Okay, so that one's a good one. That one, it's not scary. I can usually do scary. What I can't do is like creepy. Like, as in, like, this guy's just... The actor that plays Ed Gein is Charlie Hunnam, which was the Sons of Anarchy, the hot guy. I've got some girlfriends that just love him. The hot guy in Sons of Anarchy. Maybe I could put one in each one if I could find one. Fit everyone. Yeah, he's a good-looking guy, but he looks cuckoo. He's cuckoo. And I don't know if, I'm assuming because he lived with his mother and his brother left, and then his mother had a stroke, and I don't want to give it all away, but his mother ends up being gone, and then, so I'm assuming, like, the dude ends up, like, on his own, and that's, like, he's living alone and doing all these creepy things, and that, I'm just predicting what I'm sure my husband's gonna say. Oh, it's a medical show. Okay. Well, you know, all my shows are getting ready to start. On Sunday, we get our Matlock back. Woohoo! Matlock is back on. I gotta do one more. And let's see, what time is it? 5 minutes. Matlock comes back on, and you know my shows. Law and Order, SVU, Olivia Benson, it's my jam. I love Olivia. And Datelines are back on now. I've already watched 2 Datelines. Okay, let's use that one. All right, I think I'm going to glue those on each one of these real quick. At least we'll get this done. I'm going to add some more stuff to this. I'm probably going to put some little twine bows on here and just embellish here and there just to give it a little bit more. I think this is cute so far. So far, so good. I think the buttons are cute on here. Anybody got any exciting plans for the weekend? I don't know what we're doing. It's a long weekend, so I love that idea. But, you know, sometimes I just like to just hang out. I don't need to do a lot, you know? I got to get over there and see my grandbaby soon. I haven't seen her since she's been back. Got to see. Tomorrow she's going to be a month old. She's a little old lady already. She's going to be a month old. You love Dateline? I do too. I like 48 Hours too, but Dateline's my favorite. So when I watch my Datelines and then, you know, like I'm caught up, then I go and see, are there any new 48 Hours? And I think there was a new one. And I watched, and then I'm caught up on 48 Hours, and I'm like, oh, now I'm caught up and now it. All right, one more, you guys. This is cute. We got 3 minutes. One more. right. Phew. Glue strands galore. Well, thank you. All right, so here's what we have. Now, this is where I'm not happy with this one. I don't know if I'm able to get that off there and flip it, I will. I'm going to try. I don't want to do it on the live. If I can get it off there, flip it around, I'm going to do that. I know I'm going to do that because I don't love it. I don't love it. Now, I'm going to take a little bit. I'm going to take one of these. I like Murder in the Heartland. Oh, and I saw a commercial. I've never watched it. I think Mother watched that. And didn't that have Malcolm Jamal Warner? Or is that Murder in a Small Town or something? Like some sort of murder in something. Because I saw a commercial that said this was his last performance. You know, he died. You know, he was Theo Huxtable and the Cosby Show. Maybe that's what it was. Murder in Heartland. Maybe Murder in a Small Town. I don't know. I thought it sounded like kind of a similar little... No. Oh, you like it like that? Oh, you like it like that? Wonky like that? Okay, there's a little bow at the top, which I thought was cute. I might just, I might just glue those down so it kind of stays down like that. But I might add a couple more in here. Evil Lives Here. Oh, I've watched some of those. Hopefully I'll be able to get back in pulmonary rehab tomorrow. Not been able almost 2 weeks. Well, Miss Nora, I hope you, because of your sciatica. Oh, well, I'm so sorry that you're having issues with that. I hope that that heals up for you. Thank you guys so much for being here. Make sure if you're in the Stand Tall Crafting group, well, hello, Miss Roberta, how are you? I gotta leave in just like 1 minute, but you can watch the replay and I'll be back on next Tuesday. Same time, same place, 5 p.m. Eastern time. But yeah, I don't know, Miss Kathy, you like it like this? It messes with my like OCD. I feel like it's like I don't know. But I gotta go, you guys. It's 6 o'clock. Go check out Miss Donna and the Stand Tall Crafting group. And I will see you all again soon. Thank you guys for being here. Have a great night. Bye-bye.